Excellent. We are recording.
Excellent. Hey, so hey Bergforce. Sorry, I'm excited. I got new toys.
Paul's got new toys
from Amazon, and look, it's a different bubble mailer now. It's not the normal brown paper. Got to say, I'm liking the light blue, and got an easy pull tab. That's my basic assessment of this. So I'm gonna get into this. I don't know if we should tease our viewers a bit more. We should be like, can anybody guess what's in here? Blah, blah, blah.
Well, there is a certain Amazon exclusive figure, is there not?
There is, yeah.
So that's a bit of a hint. But I must say, like, the packaging, is that all it came in?
That's all it came in.
Oh, man. Well, it's no surprise that people are complaining about their boxes being dinged and bent. Because that's it. There's no reinforcement. There's no sort of box around the box with a buffer zone. It's pretty naked to the elements.
It's all this. Yeah.
It's like,
but I gotta say,
there's nothing there at all for her pleasure. I mean,
well, the nice guy this morning when he dropped it off for me, I mean, he was very nice with the packet. I mean, he was sitting next to him in the car. He didn't like throw it at me or anything. He was very like, here you go. I mean, social distancing and all that stuff, you know, masks and whatever's. But yeah, I think let's stop messing around.
Did you put it in a 14-day quarantine area before allowing it into your house?
No.
I'm kidding, dude. I really am. There was a stage when we actually attempted doing that, but I was like, hell with this.
No.
No.
Just...
No.
If you really feel bad about it, I think just...
You're not putting it in your mouth. Okay. Just wash your hands.
Exactly. Today is International Hands Washing Day. But then again, I thought it was International Wash Your Hands Day since like, what, March?
So... Every day. Well, those memes have certainly died a swift death. I remember when the pandemic was still breaking. Like remember to wash your hands for 30 seconds. Because that'll help. That was running rampant.
Well, here in SA, there's stickers everywhere. So anywhere where you can wash your hands, there's infographics and posters and stuff.
Paul. Eye on the prize,
but
brother.
That's boring. We got toys. Okay, so I'm gonna rip this. Oh, okay.
Hey.
I don't want to litter, so I'm just putting it in a little receptacle that I have close by, in case anybody thinks I'm a litter bug.
It's your property.
It's the right toy. I was like, part of me was a bit nervous that they sent me the wrong thing. Who could this be?
Ooh.
I haven't even seen it. That's so cool. It's very sexy.
Oh,
he looks great.
You've had him for about 5 seconds and you have not done a Storm Shadow impersonation yet. What's going on, man?
Yeah. Free me from the box, you fool. Okay.
Brilliant. Splitting image, sound.
Yeah. No, it's an accurate representation of Storm Shadow.
Keone Young. Okay.
I always try to get. I always want to do the more Japanesey kind of voice. But it's difficult to get that because, you know, it like runs the risk of being either very cool or like if I just missed a cool mark, then it comes across as a bit like controversial. Yeah, and I don't really want to do that. So I got to say, like, nice thing is that this box is actually in pretty good condition, all things considered. So like, there's no damaging or whatever. There's like that, which I mean, doesn't bug me. I couldn't care less. My dog's gonna go bark at somebody now.
People have started Facebook posts over far less. Hey man, at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's difficult to assess these things as an adult because when we were kids, we didn't care too much about the packaging. Now, the bane of being an adult collector, it's like, oh, I want my collection to look pretty in their boxes along my wall. About the box, though, the first time I've ever gotten to admire the box back artwork up close and looking at the vehicle selection on the back. Yeah. Nice. There's some classics there. top billing going to the Mauler, which is a vehicle that has not seen one single re-release in its entire lifespan.
And there it is. So
tease us.
like,
makes me want to sing. Tease me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby, till I lose control. Tease me with the Mauler till I lose control. 1985 in my soul.
You sound a lot like the music that used to play before KTV. And for our viewers, KTV used to be our cartoon channel.
Talk about a South African reference that's going to fall flat anywhere outside of SA. Hey, there he is.
There he is. Oh.
White and black and ready to attack.
Yeah, man.
Ninja is a weapon.
The ninja is a weapon. There we go. I've got him I've got him tuned in now. Yeah. So.
How secure is the cowl? Doesn't float too much, you know.
It doesn't float too much. Although I do feel like every time I move, I have to like readjust it. So that's going to be an annoying feature. So I'm just going to keep it off for now because it's just going to irritate me.
A lot of people do.
Pretty cool. Like the head sculpt. Ooh. Let's see the number one test. Am I scared to do this with it? No. This one's good. This one's joints feel nice here. I'm not scared of like breaking the leg peg.
His left leg is. Uh-oh. Did you jinx it, Paul? Did you jinx the Storm Shadow? How's the right?
No, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. But I mean, I'm going to put a bit of super lube in there anyway. That's the airbrush lubricant. Anybody's
the opposite of super glue, super lube.
Super lube. Yeah. So listen, that chocolate block that you've been like super worried about on his chest here, it's not that bad. It's not as chunky, but I am mistaken. It definitely is molded in. It's not something that was like stuck onto him. I think with a little bit of elbow grease, one could actually take that off if it does offend you. It is less offensive on the toy in hand, though, to be fair. So the photography on this figure definitely made that look more pronounced. So if that's something that bugged you guys out there, then there's that. But let's check out. I mean, you know, the ninja is a weapon, but that doesn't mean he doesn't come with weapons. So I'm going to start with my favorite things to always pull out. Got some Chato. Nice little strip. And replete with Arashikage logo. So you can buy that from the Arashikage fan store. Here's the Saya.
So
the nice thing about
in our podcast discussion of this wave of figures and Storm Shadow in particular, you were concerned that he was drawing his sword from the wrong side in the photography, but that seems to be a round post and peg arrangement, so you can swivel it to either side depending on your preference.
Yeah, which is really cool, which I'm very happy about. It's not like sort of, it hasn't got a sword sheath gender, so to speak. It's not left or right.
But my next question is, does the curve of the blade marry with a certain orientation in the sheath?
So thankfully it's a straight sword. It's a tanto or jato. So yeah, so it's got a minimal curve, but it's not enough to upset the balance of things here.
Okay, so put it in reverse now. Ooh. Wonderful. Okay, and invert the figure. The true test. Will it slide out? Sweet. Ninja hanging upside down action.
Totally, dude. And then I just want to get some ninjistic posing here. Oh, that shoulder pad's going to get in the way at some point. So, so that's like a cool thing and a not cool thing. And that really depends. But I see it's kind of, it's not part of the gross shoulder. Like, it's its own thing. And I think if you had to pull out the arms, you could get this out if you didn't like it. I'm just going to close the door quickly in case I put them away. Very much, so.
It's like 7 p.m. where I am. It's mid-morning where Paul's at. So
Yeah,
obviously
sorry,
the vacuum cleaner is in full operation. Oh!
There we go. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to happen so soon. So anyway, so yeah, one could actually take these shoulder thingies off, these things. So that's cool.
Thingies! Hey, Paulie! Lekker
This is
thingies, me bro!
what happens when your girlfriend is Afrikaans, and then you're half Afrikaans, so it comes out of you every now and then.
My wife's Chinese, bro. You don't hear me saying ni hao.
Yeah, you didn't have Chinese as a home language. That's all. Or Mandarin.
Fair enough. Thingies.
Yeah, so thingies, yeah. I gotta say, like, I didn't think I would like this piece as much as I do, but wow. The bow. Nailed it. This is a sexy, sexy bow. I really love that. Okay, mine's got a bit of a scuffed up paint job, but we'll discuss how to fix those things on some assembly required.
Excellent.
Oh, and then we got the arrows. So okay, so this is cool. So you can do the whole ninja whammer jammer where you can pop that together, which is great. I love that.
Make your accessories.
Yes. So I want to have it this way because...
Bro, you're going to draw with your right fingers, right hand.
Yes, yeah. So then I will put his sword this way and upside down. So then it's that kind of movement, because that's very ninjistic. Technically, you should never really keep a sword on your back, to be fair. But I mean,
we had this talk. You can't be walking around like a samurai. Ninjas need to be low profile, not about to snag on things.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah. So that's why I'm not gonna labor that too much. I mean, it is a toy. There is a certain point at which one just needs to unclench the bum hole and not be anal retentive about everything.
How does a sword in reality hold itself when you invert the sheath like that?
It actually doesn't.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, because the sheath would no doubt be felt lined, or there would be some kind of fabric on the inside, so it would just slide right out.
I just watched, like a few days ago, I just watched a Japanese sword master, okay, a gentleman that is clearly in his 80s, start off with the sword on the floor. The sword is sheathed on the floor. He's on the floor in, I don't know what they call it in Japanese, but when you're on your resting position in Japanese, when you're on your knees and your hands are here, and he goes from that to unsheathing the sword with one hand and cutting a tatami mat in half, and it's blindingly fast. I can't comprehend it. He literally takes a saya, he goes, pushes it back, he goes, and he cuts it. It's just so beautiful. Yes, I know, Gamble is impressive. And if you think about it, like if that's the case, then you know that the sword doesn't sit that securely in the saya, in the sheath. So yeah. Anyway, so got him with his bow now, and he's like chintzy little arrow, which Rob has commented needs a paint job. So see if that works.
Oh yeah, you're considering it, huh?
I am considering it, but it's quite cool. The knock is big enough to put into his, I think it's called the knock. Is that part of it? Anyway, my apology if my archery terms are a little bit off.
The non-business end of the arrow.
The non-business end of the arrow.
So it fits into his knuckles.
Yeah. So that's cool. So you could get some, like, with a bit of, like, fussing around, you could get a fairly good drawing of an arrow pose, and never hold your bow and arrow that way. I have been told that before.
Oh, but it just looks cool, man.
It does look cool. Like, it's cool for, like, static posing, you know, like if you want to have him like there or something and just be like, yeah. Kusarigama is nice. Only problem with it is that it doesn't come with like any way to hold the chain. I gotta say, dude, this thing is like quite a bit bigger than the original Ninja Force version, but not by much.
I'm afraid you've been proven wrong on that point, my friend. It is
But I'll compare them together later.
practically
Probably.
the same. I think we have Range Viper Rob to thank for pointing that out. I could be mistaken. Apologies if I am mistaken and I'm crediting the wrong member of GI Joburg, but they have been photographed side by side, and apart from a few like
I think
proportion differences, the overall size, it's in the same ballpark. Does the bow connect somehow?
not that I can see yet, but I'm sure there's some way to like fix it a little bit. Like I'm faking it now, but
Yeah, sure.
kind of good enough. It's giving me ideas. It's giving me ideas. And then we got the grappling hook.
Why would you say the sickle has a need for a chain? Is there an included chain? There isn't, surely.
No, there isn't. It's actually something Bart and I were talking about. Like, he wants to try and find a chain to put a ball on the end so that he can make a proper kusarigama.
Okay, so they are intended to be thrown.
Not thrown. This part you hold in your hand, and then the ball part you keep in the other hand. Or sometimes it's a ball or a ring. And what happens is you swing that around, and then you'll lunge that at your opponent. The idea is to get them to maybe back off or to try to avoid the attack. And while they've done that, they've opened themselves up just enough for you to get in with the sickle and to take them out.
Okay, but canonically, Storm Shadow in this deco does not have any kind of additional part to his sickle.
No.
So in practicality, how is he using that weapon? Just as a kind
he's probably just using it as he's using it as a normal kamma then. Like so.
Is it in conjunction with the sword? So block with the sickle, cut with the sword. What's he doing?
I would say yes, that's an option, definitely. I would say the kamma by itself is actually a fairly formidable weapon. It's a very aggressive weapon, but also has some very good defensive qualities.
What kind of strike are you going for? Are you going for like the center of a person's chest? Oh.
Yeah, you see, go for the collarbone in this area here, or for the neck, because it's a trapping weapon. So you want to you want to use it to, like, if somebody strikes at you, you can actually arrest the arm and then cut it off.
Is it sharp on both sides?
Sharp there. Yeah.
The inner and outer of the okay.
It depends. I know that you get different configurations, but looking at this one, I think this is a Soketsu or whatever it's called, Soketsu Kama or whatever. And I think usually those are sharpened on both ends. And the toy also implies that that's the case.
And the pommel, is that also supposed to be a spike?
Yeah.
Brutal, man.
Ninja weapons are...
Yeah.
And this is... Yeah, and this is a weapon, and I may be wrong here, but as far as I know, if anybody out there wants to learn how to use one of these weapons, I believe it's Okinawan Karate that actually has this as part of the weapon set that they teach with, that they train. And then also different schools of ninjutsu also have it. But yeah, so we have one tanto or jato if you prefer, or ninjato if you prefer. Got one grappling hook that Paul is a little bit scared of unraveling right now because there isn't really much of an end point, but I'm going to have lots of fun with that, I'm sure, because that looks like fun. Grappling hooks on toys are always cool. One backpack with the arrows, one quiver. I got to say, this is one of the best backpack accessories that I've seen in the line so far. So, go them. And this stunning bow and arrow, just traditional recurve, which is awesome. So, and
is there a logical place to put the grapple on the figure? Not really.
I'm hoping that I can somehow get it on his waist, because that seems to be the most sensible place. So I'm thinking I might wrap it around his waist, Seems like a bit of an attachment here. I wonder if these bolts are for show, if they somehow have some kind of...
You could do a version 2 callback and bind it diagonally across the figure's chest.
Yes, yeah, you could do that as well.
Actually, have the hook kind of dangling at his waist. If there's enough string for that. I typically the second I get string with a toy, I ditch the original string in favor of a proper length of string. you know, at least something
Yeah,
that in the action figures scale would be useful for making a
exactly.
quick descent, or I suppose in the case of Storm Shadow, a quick ascent.
Well, I've seen that on your toy. Sorry, my dog's opening the
No doubt, man. This is a comedy. It's comedy up in here.
comedy, Gamble. And you know what I also brought with me? Is this Storm Shadow.
Oh, hello, old friend. How's his waist?
He's getting there.
Well, of course, yours still has the two plastic stops. Yeah. Get rid of those,
Yeah.
and then your folly is complete, because game over.
Yeah, I looked, when I pulled him off the shelf, I was like, does he have ninja kicking action? And it's like, no, not really, not yet. He seems to be okay for the most part.
Ninja running action.
Yeah, hold on. Ninja Gaiden style.
I had that sound when I got mine, my V3 Storm Shadow in my 20s. No, actually, it was later than that. Anyways, I remember walking back from a train station with the Ninja Gaiden soundtrack in my headphones, and I was sort of running him.
Man.
I was running him along like the neighborhood hedges and stuff.
Oh,
Good times. Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, it's such a great toy. I love this design, man. It's like a great design. That's why I gasped with glee when I saw this the first time. I was so happy about this. And when I saw that it was like sold out on Amazon, I was like, yeah, typical my life. But I'm sure it'll find its way to me. And then it popped up in a pre-order, and bam, here it is. And I didn't have to pay a stupid scalper price, which I must say I'm very reticent to do.
Okay, so Paul, the toys that you have in hand that I know of: Gung Ho, Destro, Scarlet Duke, Roadblock, now Storm Shadow.
Yes.
Oh, do you have Snake Eyes?
I do have Snake Eyes, yes.
So 7 figures. Can you rank all 7? Putting you on the spot, but do it.
Yeah, I can easily rank all 7.
Who's on the bottom of the pile?
At the bottom of the pile, it seems so unfair to do this, but Roadblock.
Yeah. Okay, number 7.
Yeah.
Number 6?
Number 6 is
Scarlet.
I would say Scarlet, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna guess Duke.
Actually, Gung Ho. Even though Gung Ho is really cool. Yeah.
It's Gung Ho, yeah.
Yeah.
There are a few serious knocks to the figure, whereas Duke is kind of middle of the road, gets it pretty much all the way right.
Duke is a perfect average.
Then the top 3, man. Shuffle them around for me. Who's it gonna be?
Okay, I'll count down from 3. So I'll say Snake Eyes is 3. Definitely.
Right. With the holy guns.
Yes, the holy guns. And also, like, he doesn't have, like, in his waist, he's missing a bit of girth. And it looks weird. And it makes it so difficult to pose him for photographs. To make him look cool in photographs. Like, he always looks a bit janky. I can't explain it. It's like, it's the one thing that knocks that figure down in my eyes. But yes, the gun hole thing, I just feel like it's half implemented. It's not really that well done, which is kind of what knocks it down to 3.
Is there an explanation for it? Is there anything within that figure's presentation that says to you, oh, this is what they were going to do with those holes?
So yeah, because you can plug the sword sheath and the gun together, and you can plug them to the backpack. Okay, so that's like the part of that functionality.
But then it's the wrong way around, because the sword sheath will cover up the gun.
Yep. It's very irritating. Then the other thing is, I've seen guys take the machine gun and plug it into the hole on the pistol in the holster. So it kind of looks like he's carrying a sidearm and his main arm there, which looks weird. The sword doesn't really work there. And then also, if you really want to, you can make like the Ginsu of assault weapons. So you can take like the 9mm, stick the sword on it, and put the machine gun on it, and you've got like wacky action gun. It's impossible to shoot.
Yeah.
So there's that. So that's kind of what knocks him down. I think if he had his original gear, it would have been a stronger argument. He would have been a stronger contestant. But actually, overall, the actual figure is missing one or two little, just unique little things, like little touches. It's like close to being perfect. It's just not yet.
Okay,
But,
so given your general bias towards Storm Shadow and ninjas, I'm gonna roll the dice and say that your new toy, even though it's still got that new glow veneer, Storm Shadow is your favorite classified figure to date.
At the moment, yeah, definitely. Him and Destro. I love Destro.
No shit, Sherlock, but I mean, Destro is pipped at the post by Tommy over there.
He's my toy. Yeah. See what makes. Listen, I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking of all the cool ninja action I can do. I love all of the gear. I can finally start doing some fight scenes now. Take some photos and do some video of fight scenes. That's cool. Finally got a bad guy for Storm Shadow worthy of Snake Eyes. You know. You ate my last Swedish fish. You know. So it's gonna be great.
Outstanding, Paul. Well, I then feel like I shouldn't keep you any longer, my friend. You've got a packed itinerary ahead of you. A lot of playing, maybe even some pictures.
And I got it. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get into this toy. Totally. And yeah, I mean, just quickly before we go, I got to say this is getting me excited for the Red Ninja, because the Red Ninja definitely has my curiosity peaked. Plus, he's got all of those cool weapons. So I'm looking forward to some, ninja sleepovers where we switch weapons and talk about assassination targets. So yeah.
Excellent. Oh,
that's new.
Rat shit.
That's new. Yeah, none of the others have had that. That's very interesting. Cool.
Oh,
well, I'll take it.
It's quite a deep arch.
Hopefully I didn't break anything. A bit wobbly. But, oh well, it's nothing a little super glue and clear coat won't fix.
Don't
so,
do that,
whatever.
son. Don't
anyway,
do
dude.
that.
Yo.
Yeah.
Good.
We are G.I. Joburg. And we're all out of Berg.
Yeah, we want to go play with the toys now. Well, I want to go play with my toy now. So thank you very much to everybody that sat through this with us. And also just a big shout out to the patrons. You guys helped make this guy possible for me to review and check out. And that's all happening. And
thank you, Stephen, who took some time out on his night to watch Paul open a toy.
Open a toy.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Such a legend.
What a guy.
Such a legend. And also, if you guys get a chance, check out our new Summer Assembly Required episodes that are coming out now. We're doing them as live streams. They'll feature Jim and Bart and myself, and we talk about toys, customizing toys, model kit skills, all those things. You're welcome to check it out. If the link is still up for you to join, please join the live stream. Otherwise, until next time, peace.
Yo, Joe.
Love, rock and roll. And yo, Joburg. Cool, guys.
Sick.
Yo, Joburg. A huge shout out and thank you to our G.I. Joburg Honor Roll Patreon members. You guys really help make these videos possible, and I really love and appreciate all of your support. Thank you. If you or a friend or a family member would like to join our Patreon Honor Roll, please check out the link below for exclusive discounts and early access to content, as well as a few other surprises here and there. Looking for a really cool G.I. Joburg t-shirt or mug or sticker or tights? Well, go and check out our G.I. Joburg Teespring link below. G.I. Joburg Patreons get exclusive discounts and access to top secret merchandise designs. So, what are you waiting for? Go check it out. Burr.